What up, everybody? Good morning. What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you are new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute and get the boot.
Your girl, as whack as she is in all her glory, was in the New York Times. What up, everybody? It's doomsday. Good morning, everybody. Okay, good morning. How are you guys doing? Let's go ahead and get into everything. Okay, welcome to Evidence Over Emotions. Where are you guys tuning in from? Today is the day, Lord. Today is the day, okay? Make sure you guys keep it cute or you will get the boot, all right? Now, if you like to join this channel, the greatest show here, you can click the link that's located in the chat, or you can find it on your way out of here towards the end of this broadcast in the description box, all right? Now, if you like to tip the hostess with the mostest, you can do so by sending me a cash out or a super chat. But the cash out to WhitneyD TV 87. All right. Now, if you got a tip, go ahead and send it to ReviewswithWhitneyD@gmail.com. All right. All right, you guys. Let me go ahead and get into the chat, and we're going to go ahead and get everything going. All right. Okay. Hey, Lasting Impressions by Kim says, woohoo, good morning, good morning. Hey, Monica. She said, hey, sis, bright and sunny. It is bright and sunny. Hey, Erica says, good morning, everybody. Cat Talk in the building says, good morning. Little Boss Lady says, morning, boo, morning, honey. Katie says, good morning, all. Latrice says, hey, Whitney and Chad, I pray all is well with everyone. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I receive. Angela said, good morning, all. Amber says, good morning, Miss Whitney and Chad, good morning. Marcus says, good morning. What a beautiful day. What a glorious day, right, Marcus? Michelle says, free R.KELLY. God is going to work it out. The remix, God already done worked it out. Eric. Mic check 1, 2. Well, sweetie, actually, he should have worked it out if he was going to work it out before he got convicted. Okay. So this is not the right time to ask God to work anything out, unless you're just trying to say that the judge need to be lenient with his sentencing, baby. But yeah. Okay. Amber says, hope everyone is doing wonderful today. We are, y'all. We are. Let me see. Katie says, PSA, please arrive and remain respectful or be removed, embarrassed. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Today is not the day. Hey, Laura says, hey, Whitney and everyone. Hey, honey. She says, hey, Whitney, seeing we watch live news coverage somewhere. Yes, we are going to watch live news. I just wanted to say hey to everybody. I got everything up from Court TV to NBC to ABC, New York Times. And let me get up NBC now. 1 second. But yeah, we're going to watch coverage, and we're going to just, we're going to talk. Yeah, we're definitely going to have all the live coverage going on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm going to finish getting in the chat. And I have someone that's actually in the courtroom. Hopefully, they'll be able to converse with me. But like, I know. Oh, dang. I already got NBC. Yeah, I already got NBC up. Okay, there you go. All right. Daniel says, good morning, sugar. You did your thing. Oh, thank you so much. And just like Katie says, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to press the notification bell and set it to all so that you don't miss out. Okay. Diamond says, Rising, Grant, Whitney, and Chad. Thank you. All right, you guys, good morning. Like I said, I have someone in there, which I might as well go ahead and put her out there, Miss Rogers. is in the building, and I am in communications with her. Good morning, Patty Bill. Yes, I'm in communications with her in regards to this trial. Okay, but y'all, here we are. Here we are. We are officially at the day that we've been waiting for this whole New York trial. We are at the sentencing for R.KELLY. All right, y'all. So here we are. So you guys can stay locked here to be able to get continuous coverage. Now, last that I checked, I do know that Diva Divine Light is there. She was streaming live, walking up to the court. And the last that I tuned in, she stated that she was going to try to get in there. So haven't heard anything from her. So I will believe that she's in there. Just to let you guys know, nobody's in there broadcasting. You can't. This is federal. They didn't allow anything, and a few reasons is because of these YouTubers. Okay, a lot of them took advantage of this whole case, so a lot of we're not able to really be in. I was actually going to fly out there, but when they started changing dates and stuff like that, it was hard for me to keep up. And then when they locked in the 29th, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of nervous that it was gonna get kicked again, so I didn't even book. But my plans were to be in the building, were to be there without a shadow of doubt. But I do apologize, y'all. I love y'all, but I'm planning on doing what I need to do to be in Chicago, however, for some of the trial, and as well as for everything that transpires after that. But we will be getting continuous streaming coverage here from the different outlets. Okay. Okay, Little Boss Lady says, I'm excited. Let's do it. Yes, Laura says, it feels like Christmas Day today. Been waiting for this day for what seems like forever, right? They keep changing it over and over and over. Hey, the hell says, today is the beginning. We pray and support all the victims and their families. Yes, I actually reached out to Miss Rogers. Like I said, they're there. I didn't want to give up her being there, but I mean, yeah, she's there. I'm in communications with her. I texted them this morning, sent up prayers and things like that. So I asked her if she can be in communications with me. I don't know to what extent I'll be able to get like exclusive information. I wanted to be able to tell y'all before the news, tell y'all like how he looked, what he had on, and how was his mannerism when the verdict went through and all that stuff like that. But I'm going to be in communications with her to see if we can get some of that information. But in the meantime, in between time, I am looking at Court TV, between Court TV, NBC, ABC. But really, to be honest with you, they're not covering R.KELLY right now. They're on the Maxwell sentencing. And so that's what they're covering right now. So in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to share my screen. And funny thing, you guys, I did an interview with the New York Times. I don't know if you guys are familiar. My new people, my old people know what I'm talking about. But for my my old heads, my day one, my day one witness gang, y'all know that I did a article for the New York Times. I was in the New York Times. And so funny thing is that what we're about to read right now is from the guy who actually did my interview, Troy Clausen. He actually is doing some coverage on Today with R.KELLY, you guys. And he actually was the one that interviewed me. Okay, so we're going to read some of his updates because they're coming in by the minute. He's live there on the ground. I would have loved to have met him in person. Ugh. Okay. So this is one of the updates in regards to it. Okay. Let's see. Let me go down here. Okay. So Troy says R.KELLY's sentencing is taking place after Judge Ann M. Donnelly, who presided over his trial, denied his defense lawyer's motion for an acquittal and new trial just after midnight on Tuesday. So as you guys hear, it got denied. Yo, where was I at? Did anybody announce this? Yo, did anybody announce this? Am I late? Y'all, I know I've been so disconnected. But seriously? Yo, shut the front door. Wait a minute. So y'all mean to tell me there's no appeal? He got denied? Shut up. Shut the front door. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all knew that. Am I late to the party? Am I late to the party? Shut the front door. Yo. Oh, so I'm late. Yes, I heard this last night. Oh my God, I'm horrible. Oh, y'all, look, for real, I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. I am really trying my best to kind of just like not necessarily distance myself from R. Kelly, but to, not be so glued to this because y'all know I was engorged. I was reporting every like 10 seconds of updates and stuff like that, child. I'm not gonna do it. I got too much stuff going on in life, child. Okay. All right. Dang. So y'all knew. Lord, child. The Hill says last night it was all kind of paperwork dropping. That's what everybody was telling me. It was like, Whitney, are you gonna report on this? Whitney, are you gonna talk about this? And I'm like, no. Look, child. Look, I don't know if you guys heard on my last video, but I am actually making moves in my city. I have the opportunity. Y'all, this literally fell in my seat. But fell in my lap. Got a message from a franchise owner of McDonald's, right? And this particular McDonald's here in Dallas has been here for years since I was little, right smack down in the center of downtown Dallas, right? And not for nothing, they brought me on to be a lobbyist, if you will, an ambassador for their company to talk to the city of Dallas to overturn 11 out of the 14 votes for this particular location because they want to demolish it. Basically, they're trying to gentrify downtown Dallas. And this particular McDonald's is fast food, and they're trying to put in some kind of vegan green restaurant, right? So they reached out to me to be the voice for them to lobby the city council members. And so I'm in the process of dealing with the city, you guys, being a lobby, y'all. Like this is amazing. But I'm like doing some other stuff. No shade. Love YouTube. Love what I'm doing, but I'm putting the work in the city for real, for real. And being able to have connections and correspondence with these individuals is magnificent because then I can be able to maybe have these connections and these ties with these city officials and be able to get some stuff done in my city. I was not looking to be no politician of any kind of sort, but this is amazing. And so that's what's been going on, y'all. That's why I've been incognito and being so disconnected because this is an amazing opportunity. I get paid very well. And so that's where I've been, y'all. So but y'all know that Larry has been doing a good job, and Diva Divine has always been doing a good job, and and on sorts. So shouts out to them. But I'm gonna get in where I fit in, y'all. If y'all care to even hear from my little late but dang, y'all, wow. So no appeal. What did I say though? What did I say? I knew that was not going to happen. Child. Anyways, let me continue reading what Troy's saying. All right, so Troy goes on to say, the lawyer who is expected to appeal the decision argued that prosecutors misused racketeering charge against Kelly and that his trial defense team was ineffective. But Judge Donnelly wrote that there was no basis for the claims. Okay. Now this was an hour ago. I'm gonna actually reach out to Miss Rogers and see has it started yet. All right, so I just text Miss Rogers to see has it started yet. Um, this was update says with about an hour to go until the hearing begins, the federal courthouse in Brooklyn is unexpectedly quiet. It was like I said, Diva Divine got there, and there was nobody really there. She saw Hollywood Nexus or whoever that is. No shade. I just don't know people like that here on YouTube. I don't go looking for nobody. But she said she was there, and that was really it. And you saw reporters. It really wasn't nobody really there. But anywho, it goes on to say during R. Kelly's trial, small bands of supporters showed up to play his music outside and draw chalk messages. But few fans appeared to be here this morning, and group of reporters is similarly thin so far. And see, yeah, this is how it looked. Like I said, Diva Divine Light is there on the ground floor, and yeah, ain't nobody there. Don't nobody care. Okay, don't nobody care. All right. Now, we were supposed to band together and go down there. However, I actually was talking to Angelo, and he's taking one day at a time, y'all. He just lost his son last month, and so that hit him very hard, and so he's grieving. So I couldn't dare go to him and be like, "Hey, we need to go ahead and get this bus together." You know what I'm saying? So I do apologize, y'all, but yeah, things happen, right? Good morning, Poo Poo. Um, yeah, y'all. So let me see if any of the coverage with these news outlets is going, because nothing so far with Court TV. Um, yeah, nah, they're covering a missing son murder trial. Whoever that is, no shade. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know. NBC is not covering right now, nor ABC, y'all. Nobody's covering it right now. Like I'm telling y'all, like no shade. I don't nobody really gives a care about R. Kelly. It's too late now. It is what it is. Okay, so let me see. Let me see if there's any. Okay, it was an hour ago. Let's look over some stuff. Matter of fact, let me see. This one says a timeline of R. Kelly's downfall, 3 decades in the making. Y'all, let's read this while we wait. I just asked Miss Rogers, has it started yet? No response yet. But yeah, and I'm guessing that Diva Divine is in there because last she was outside the courtroom and she was trying to get in, and she hasn't been live yet. Y'all can let me know that are like pinging back and forth from her channel just to see. But from what I saw, it was nothing in there. She wasn't in there. So what I want to do, y'all, we're gonna actually kind of I want to go back into time and just look over some of the content in which I covered with this series. The sentencing for R. Kelly. So we're just going to go back into time. They're very short, like 8 to 10 minute clips. As we just wait for the sentencing to come in, like I said, I do have Miss Kelly Rogers there that I'm in communications with to kind of get floor room coverage in regards to everything. She has not stated anything yet. I just reached out to her to ask her, hey, has it started yet? And she hasn't responded yet. So in the meantime, in between time, while we are waiting, we're going to look over some of the sentencing for R. Kelly series that I've been putting together. So we'll start way back when everything first started, so we can kind of get everybody catch up as to what is going on. And like I said, very short clips, anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes per clip. So we're gonna catch up on that and see how we actually got here when it comes to R. Kelly. Okay. All right. I'm taking y'all back. Okay. Let me stop this. I'm finna share this screen. I was gonna read the little timeline, but we don't need to. Okay. Katie, you guys listen up. Mods, I know I've asked this before, but could you please provide me your IG name so that I can create and add you all to a mod group chat for with? Thank you. Yes, please, please, please. Okay. And if you're interested in being a mod on this channel, please post your Instagram, even if you're interested. Okay. Because everything is about to kick into gear with this Chicago trial. Like I said, I am really going to be hitting the ground running when it comes to Chicago. I'm not even going to lie to you. Not even going to lie to you. I'm going to try my best to go there every now and again. And so, yeah. But let me go ahead and share my screen. We're going to watch a few of these videos in regards to this trial, okay? And get everybody caught up while we wait to hear anything back, okay? But like I said, Miss Rogers is my point of contact. Let me go ahead and share this with y'all. Monday, August 9, 2021, jury selections began at 9 a.m. in a federal courthouse in Brooklyn, New York. Judge Ann Donnelly individually questions more than 30 potential jurors and dismisses about 13. 3 potential jurors say they cannot presume Kelly innocent. 2 potential jurors didn't know who R.Kelly was before summons. At least 2 women excused due to personal experiences with sexual abuse. Donnelly asks last-minute question for potential jurors about issues or concerns with same-sex relationships, sexual activity per defense request after prosecutors file motion saying they intend to introduce evidence of uncharged acts allegedly involving 2 teen boys.
The government is accusing Kelly of being the head of a New York enterprise that, according to this indictment, recruited women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity with him. The illegal activity includes sex with underage girls, having sex without disclosing that he had a sexually transmitted disease, producing child pornography, extortion, and blackmail.
Donnelly asked each potential juror if they know 3 additional witnesses whose names were not included in the questionnaire. Only one person says yes. Tuesday, August 10th, jury selections continues. Day 2 of jury selection ends with the judge announcing there are enough qualified jurors for the attorneys to begin using their strikes. They'll begin eliminating from a pool of 50 in the morning. Final jury panel, 12 jurors, total 6 alternates, will be sworn in on August 18th before opening statements. Judge and attorneys weren't certain of preparatory totals and order. They believe it's 10 for defense and 6 for government. Each round, the government can strike 1 and the defense 2. But judge said she'll confirm using the chart in the morning. One potential juror was excused after admitting she'd researched racketeering and went down a rabbit hole with it. Others admitted to researching Robert Sylvester Kelly's music after getting their questionnaire, but didn't face the same excuse once they promised not to let it impact their ability to be fair and impartial. Before a jury, attorneys asked the judge to tell the juries that parties aren't allowed to speak to them. It's not that they are being rude. This seems necessary as the parties have said no more than good morning to potential juries throughout the entire jury selection. All questions came through Judge John Lee. Kelly wore a white paper mask and there at the defense table during individual voir dire. Unclear why he continued to alternate between wearing one and not. He continued to show high interest in the paperwork, presumably questionnaire copies, as the judge questioned potential juries one on one.
Well, Vinny, the really interesting thing about how this jury selection process went, and it's likely because this is in federal court and not in state court. But first of all, only the judge asked the questions. If these attorneys wanted to ask a question of the potential jurors, they had to go to a sidebar, indicate what question they wanted to ask, and Judge Ann Donnelly asked that question to this jury. So we didn't have a lot of back and forth with the attorneys asking their questions, but in this case, there was a 105 question questionnaire that went out last month to these potential jurors. So all of those questions about whether or not they're a fan, whether or not they're familiar with R. Kelly, they all were asked those questions prior to, and that's really what the court relied on. They didn't get into those details very much.
Here are the courtroom highlights. Jury selection continued at a rather swift pace. Individual questioning lasts 5 to 10 minutes per person. News of Governor Cuomo's resignation resonates through the Brooklyn courthouse at a delayed pace because journalists and spectators alike aren't permitted to have electronics. Several potential jurors who were qualified note they have a law enforcement background or close relatives in law enforcement. One woman has a cousin with Homeland Security. Judge Donnelly tells her reps from Homeland Security will be testifying in this trial and ensures the potential juror can still be fair and impartial. I Believe I Can Fly song mentioned twice as the one thing they know about the defendant. Court clears 14 jurors for day two of jury selection, 4 excused and 10 retained. Bill Cosby and Jeffrey Epstein's name raised several times during R. Kelly jury selection. One potential jury said he knew a Cosby family, and another two followed the Epstein scandal closely. All three agreed they could set aside their feelings and were qualified for the next round. And animated Robert Sylvester Kelly appears very involved in his case's paperwork at the defense table Tuesday. He's intently writing and reading paperwork while having empathetic discussions with his newly hired lawyer, Nicole Blank Becker, about the document.
The RICO statute generally is used kind of as a net to get someone that you can't necessarily peg them with 1 or 2 or 3 specific things, but you can put them in an enterprise in a group with others. Notice that this indictment talks about the charge, talks about members of the enterprise. Many times prosecutors will use RICO to pull other people into the web. Now, sometimes that's just because you want those people to be held accountable, but you also want to put pressure on the other members in the corrupt organization. And that broad net allows you to get witnesses who are more likely to turn on R. Kelly if they are under some kind of RICO indictment. I do think that prior counsel's observation that it's a little awkward to do it here because he's not the kind of gangster figure or drug lord or something of that sort where these kinds of charges have been usually hurled at those kinds of figures. but I can see it fitting. Federal court is a very bizarre place, starting with jury selection. When you start picking a trial, picking a jury for a celebrity, where the lawyers don't get to participate in the questioning, it's a very different experience than what you had in state court.
Wednesday, August 18th, the jury was sworn in. A newly sworn in jury hears opening statements in the case against R. Kelly in a Brooklyn district court. The jury consists of 12 juries and 6 alternates. On the main panel, there are 7 men, 5 women. The court has not released racial demographics on the jury at this time.
We're going to hear from bodyguards. We're going to hear from people who have driven him, people who have been managing him, his associates, his affiliates, because what's on the table is that he's this mastermind of a racketeering enterprise where what he did was he basically used his music in order to get young women to come into his realm and then make them his sex slaves and do things that were against their will. So for the prosecution, what we have is just decades of information, decades of receipts. Let's remember, in order to even get here in the first place, you needed the receipts, you needed information, you needed evidence to say this is strong enough to go to trial. R. Kelly has been to trial 2 times before, and he's gotten off in both instances. Here, they're saying, the feds are saying, we've got what we need to actually make this stick. So they have the receipts from 30 years, all the way from 1994 to Aaliyah, to just a couple of years ago before he was put in jail. When it comes to R. Kelly's defense, we are going to have a lot of people's credibility being poked. These defense attorneys are going to poke holes in the credibility of these victims, of these survivors that we saw. And they're going to say, listen, this happened a long time ago. And in fact, 5 years ago, you were saying that you loved R. Kelly, that you were in a relationship with a woman. You've changed your mind, and so the goal is to make these people look like a liar, because the threshold here is beyond a reasonable doubt, right? Beyond a reasonable doubt, we have to prove that all of this is true.
All right, you guys, that was to get you guys abreast as to what is going on. And we're going to continue to be going in and out of these videos from this series that I created to get everybody caught up as to why how we got here. But in the meantime, in between time, I am jumping from different news outlets. Somebody in the chat, let me actually be specific, said that CNN is covering it. Where is she at? Oh, no, my bad. Jeffrey stated that CNN is covering the sentencing. So I have CNN up. Hey, Eva. Eva says, hey, guys. Hey, Whitney. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Queen Keish. Okay, so y'all, as I'm just looking through the different channels, because like I said, nobody is in the courtroom. None of the media could be in the courtroom. I do believe Diva Divine is in there. That's why you haven't heard from her. And I do have one of the victims that I'm actually in correspondence with that is there. And who's going to be speaking and things to that nature. So I don't quite sure know she's gonna be able to correspond with me and communicate with me. But okay, you said okay. Akina says UBC is covering it. Let me pull that up too. UBC. Is it a network? Is it a network? Let me see. Network. News. UBC. Oh, you talking about? Oh, duh, Whitney. Duh. I know what you're talking about. Okay. I think I got it pulled up. You're talking about YouTube? Akina? Is that YouTube? Or I don't know. Can you find the link for me, beautiful? And can you put it here in here? or can you send it to my Facebook Messenger? Because I see you're on Facebook. Get the link and send it to me, and I'll pull it up, because we're about to start watching coverage. But I just wanted to get people abreast. So we'll be going in and out of videos while we wait, but no news outlet is in the courtroom. They're not allowing it. A lot of bloggers, YouTubers, and that nature really messed it up for us, to be able to be in there, to be covering the whole thing. So as of right now, if you're not in the courtroom, you don't know what's going on. And so I'm not there, unfortunately, but like I said, I do have someone who actually is in there. That's one of the victims that's going to be speaking. So I'm trying to, I just asked her, has it started? Excuse me. I just asked her, has it started yet? She hasn't responded. So I take it as though that she can't respond because, she's in there. So I'm looking at all the outlets that you guys are referring to keep us abreast, to make sure that we know what's going on. I'm finna go back to another video just to get everybody caught up. What you guys just heard is that how we got here, which was the start of the trial, the jury selection and things of that nature. Okay, so I am still looking at all the news coverage. I will be pinging in and out to keep you guys abreast. I'm going to keep looking at all these news outlets to see if anybody is actually reporting on anything. Okay, I will be right back. That's Monday, August 9, 2021, jury selections began at 9 a.m. in a federal courthouse in Brooklyn, New York. Judge Ann Donnelly individually questions more than 30 potential jurors and dismisses about 13. 3 potential jurors say they cannot presume Kelly innocent. 2 potential jurors didn't know who R.KELLY was before summons. At least 2 women excused due to personal experiences with sexual abuse. Donnelly asks last-minute question for potential jurors about issues or concerns with same-sex relationships, sexual activity per defense request after prosecutors file motion saying they intend to introduce evidence of uncharged acts allegedly involving 2 teen boys.
The government is accusing Kelly of being the head of a New York enterprise that, according to this indictment, recruited women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity with him. The illegal activity includes sex with underage girls, having sex without disclosing that he had a sexually transmitted disease, producing child pornography, extortion, and blackmail.
Donnelly asks each potential juror if they know 3 additional witnesses whose names were not included in the questionnaire. Only one person says yes. Tuesday, August 10th, jury selections continues. Day 2 of jury selection ends with the judge announcing there are enough qualified jurors for the attorneys to begin using their strikes. They'll begin eliminating from a pool of 50 in the morning. Final jury panel, 12 jurors, total 6 alternates, will be sworn in on August 18th before opening statements. Judge and attorneys weren't certain of preparatory totals and order. They believe it's 10 for defense and 6 for government. Each round, the government can strike 1 and the defense 2. But judge said she'll confirm using the chart in the morning. One potential juror was excused after admitting she'd researched racketeering and went down a rabbit hole with it. Others admitted to researching Robert Sylvester Kelly's music after getting their questionnaire, but didn't face the same excuse once they promised not to let it impact their ability to be fair and impartial. Before adjourning, attorneys asked the judge to tell the juries that parties aren't allowed to speak to them. It's not that they are being rude. This seems necessary as the parties have said no more than good morning to potential juries throughout the entire jury selection. All questions came through Judge Donnelly. Kelly wore a white paper mask and they're at the defense table during individual voir dire. Unclear why he continued to alternate between wearing one and not. He continued to show high interest in the paperwork, presumably questionnaire copies, as the judge questioned potential juries one on one.
Well, Vinny, the really interesting thing about how this jury selection process went, and it's likely because this is in federal court and not in state court. But first of all, only the judge asked the questions. If these attorneys wanted to ask a question of the potential jurors, they had to go to a sidebar, indicate what question they wanted to ask, and Judge Ann Donnelly asked that question to this jury. So we didn't have a lot of back and forth with the attorneys asking their questions, but in this case, there was a 105 question questionnaire that went out last month to these potential jurors. So all of those questions about whether or not they're a fan, whether or not they're familiar with R. Kelly, they all were asked those questions prior to, and that's really what the court relied on. They didn't get into those details very much.
Here are the courtroom highlights. Jury selection continued at a rather swift pace. Individual questioning lasts 5 to 10 minutes per person. News of Governor Cuomo's resignation resonates through the Brooklyn courthouse at a delayed pace because journalists and spectators alike aren't permitted to have electronics. Several potential jurors who were qualified note they have a law enforcement background or close relatives in law enforcement. One woman has a cousin with Homeland Security. Judge Donnelly tells her reps from Homeland Security will be testifying in this trial and ensures the potential juror can still be fair and impartial. I Believe I Can Fly song mentioned twice as the one thing they know about the defendant. Court clears 14 jurors for day 2 of jury selection, 4 excused and 10 retained. Bill Cosby and Jeffrey Epstein's name raised several times during R. Kelly jury selection. One potential jury said he knew a Cosby family member, and another 2 followed the Epstein scandal closely. All 3 agreed they could set aside their feelings and were qualified for the next round. And animated Robert Sylvester Kelly appears very involved in his case's paperwork at the defense table Tuesday. He's intently writing and reading paperwork while having empathetic discussions with his newly hired lawyer, Nicole Blank-Becker, about the document.
When was the last time you did a proper cleanse of your intestines? Maybe you do them often, maybe you've never done one. But when most people hear the word cleanse, they envision juicing vegetables into strange green concoctions, or maybe drinking the old school lemon juice and cayenne pepper liquid without any food for days or even weeks on end.
Hold on, y'all. So it's a little coverage here when it comes to the sentencing. This is from Court TV. I'm gonna share the screen for that so y'all can have a little bit of that. But I'm waiting, you guys. Nobody has said anything to me as far as the people that I have in there. So we wait.
R&B superstar R. Kelly, Julie Janae, Court TV legal correspondent, has a preview.
Mr. Kelly once said, "I'm no angel, but I'm no monster either." I wholeheartedly disagree with that.
The first sex abuse conviction of R&B star R. Kelly after nearly 30 years of speculation and allegations happened here in Brooklyn, New York last September.
In their failed attempt to evade justice, Mr. Kelly and his associates made one critical error. They underestimated the resilience and courage of the victims who refused to be silenced.
Now his federal sentencing comes 9 months later after a jury found Kelly guilty of racketeering by running a criminal enterprise to sexually exploit minors. But the judge's final decision on punishment, it's far from the end of Kelly's legal battles.
The documentary was the G-rated version of what happened.
Attorney Gerald Griggs represents parents who say their daughter still remains under Kelly's control.
He's facing substantial prison time, and I think substantial prison time is warranted for the now proven facts in that case, and ultimately the proven facts that will come in the other cases.
Those other sex abuse cases are pending in Illinois State Court, Illinois Federal Court, and Minnesota. The next trial is slated to begin August 1st.
I think he's been offered plea deals in the past, and he's rejected them. It's up to Mr. Kelly to come to the realization that there are very strong cases against him.
Kelly's defense tried to delay the New York sentencing until after the still pending federal trial in Illinois. They say this would adequately protect Mr. Kelly's constitutional rights in this case without compromising his Fifth Amendment rights in the future case. That request came from Kelly's newest attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, who's handling his appeal. She notably was also part of the legal team that successfully appealed Bill Cosby's case last summer.
Mr. Cosby, how does it feel to be home? Well, he is extremely happy to be home. He looks forward to reuniting with his wife.
Mind you, okay, this fool is doing poorly in this second trial. Did y'all hear about that? Yeah, Bill Cosby ain't doing too crispy in this trial. And y'all remember, this is the same trial that Bojangles over here was trying to get was using to try to get R. Kelly sentencing, the freaking Chicago trial, all of that pushed back so she can focus on Cosby and this pending trial that he's getting his butt drug in. Okay, I was going to do some coverage on that, and I'm actually collecting all the stuff, whatever, to bring you guys evidence over emotion when it comes to this Bill Cosby. But see, yeah. Everybody thought that Bojangles ish didn't stink, and it's stinking than a mother sucker. Okay, because at the end of the day, these men are guilty. Okay, period. Don't matter that you got Bill Cosby off, baby. Okay, by a fluke. All right. He is going to have to meet his maker at the end of the day. So again, that's why I was saying it didn't even matter if R. Kelly got the freaking appeal. He's a guilty man, period. So in regards to either Chicago, Minnesota, one of them, he's gonna have to do what he got to do. All right. But I just thought this was so funny. And look at her now. Look at her behind now. Anyways, I'll let y'all finish listening in.
And his children.
Federal prosecutors
children that don't want to even deal with him.
But I concur. 25 years as punishment to deter Kelly from further victimizing others, while Kelly's defense asked for the minimum sentence of 10 years.
I really hope that this helps those survivors and their families.
Kenyette Tish Barnes, the co-founder of the 2017 spawned #MuteRKelly movement, calls this moment surreal.
we knew that this was not going to be a flash in the pan protest. We knew that this was going to be something that would forever change the conversation and to create a seismic shift in how we think about, talk about, and consume the art of Robert Sylvester Kelly.
There you have it. United States versus Robert Sylvester Kelly. R. Kelly sentencing June 29th. That is tomorrow. Coverage right here on your front row seat to justice.
All right, you guys. So y'all got to see that coverage when it came to Court TV. And I'm going to constantly keep you guys abreast. Like I said, we're waiting. I haven't heard back from Miss Rogers, as y'all saw her on that little clip with Faith on the Press tour that they were doing. But yeah, I do know, like I said, Diva Divine Light is on the ground floor hard with it. She was reporting live this morning, walking through the park, and was showing right across the street from it. It wasn't a packed house at all. Wasn't a lot of people there. You know, I don't know where those supporters, I guess they kind of learned their lessons, but not for nothing. We're going to continue to watch like different footage and updates in regards to it. There's nothing being reported, even on CNN. I'm watching it right now, unless I'm looking at the wrong channel. Is it CNN International? But I digress. They're actually covering the ex-aide Trump demanded armed mob. That's what they reporting on. It's not anything pertaining to R. Kelly. I'm finna look over to CNN International to see if it's any coverage there. Nope. They're reporting the same thing. Trump fought Secret Service over going to Capitol. So they're not covering R. Kelly right now, okay, at all. Nor is, like I said, Court TV. I got them on I'm streaming them live. Nobody's covering it right now. So as we wait, I'm just going to continue to give you guys updates. Let me see. There's one update. Hold on. Okay. All right. So here we go. We have some kind of information. My boy Troy that I told you guys that I did the interview with for New York Times, he is reporting live in the courtroom, and he is giving up-to-date details. Here goes one in particular, okay? Let me share my screen. Okay, so Troy is reporting. This is 13 minutes ago. Well, actually, this is not Troy. This is Miss Rose, Celicia Rose. But she says the sentencing hearing for R. Kelly has begun, y'all. So it started. Judge Ann Donnelly greeted Kelly, who replied, "Good morning," after taking his seat at the defense table. Kelly, who wore black eyeglasses and a khaki shirt, appeared to take notes as Donnelly addressed the court. She went over each of the counts Kelly was convicted of in September, including racketeering and violations of the Mann Act. Kelly kept his head down as Judge Donnelly began to go over the sentencing guidelines for both parties. Wow, y'all. So here we are. We're finally hearing some details of what's going on in the courtroom, and you're hearing it live here. Kelly has on black eyeglasses and a khaki shirt. Wow. So I'm curious as to his bottoms. Not really. Who gives a darn? But a khaki shirt. I've never heard of khaki shirt. I've heard of some khaki bottoms, like pants. So he has on a khaki shirt. Interesting. And black eyeglasses. Wow. Interesting, y'all. So y'all hearing it here first. Details pertaining into the courtroom. Wow. So it started, y'all. It started. Okay, so again, I'm going to be giving you guys continuous coverage and updates in regards to this whole sentencing. Nothing is going on, like I said, as of right now, pertaining to Court TV. Like I said, nobody's in the courtroom unless you are like somebody that's writing the stuff down. It's no reporters in there. It's no news media outlets. Everybody is outside unless you're like a press and you're in there like taking notes, as you guys see here. They did not allow anybody in there because of, just what has been transpiring in social media and on sort. So I am going to be steady watching the news and keeping you guys abreast. Yes, they taking notes, child. And y'all are hearing it here first. I'm so sorry I was not able to be there, but I promise y'all I'm gonna do better for Chicago. I promise y'all. I already got my ducats set up. I got people that are actually wanting to donate me freaking airfare to go into Chicago trial to be able to report. So this is, I'm telling y'all, WhitneyD TV is gonna go to another level. I am actually going to try to be like reporting there and be in the courtroom and things of that nature when it comes to the trial in Chicago. But you guys are hearing these updated news press. Let me read it again for those that are coming in. Okay. The sentencing hearing for R. Kelly has begun, y'all. So it started. So those people that have people in there and that are trying to communicate with them, it's going to be hard because it has started. What I'm hearing is that, you know, the victims are going to be able to talk out. But on the contrary, Judge Ann Donnelly greeted R. Kelly. Okay. And he replied, "Good morning." So they actually got to hear R. Kelly speak a little bit by saying good morning after taking his seat at the defense table. All right. It goes on to say Kelly, who wore black eyeglasses and a khaki shirt, appeared to take notes as Donnelly addressed the court. She went over each of the counts Kelly was convicted of in September, including racketeering and violations of the Mann Act. And Kelly kept his head down as Judge Donnelly began to go over the sentencing guidelines for both parties. Okay. So that is an update in regards to what transpired in the courtroom. Kelly said good morning. So people that were in there were able to actually hear him speak. And it has started, you guys. Good morning, House of Princess. She says, I want to be in the room too. I do too. However, I'm going to be in Chi-Town, sis. We're going to have to link up because I am going to be in that courtroom when that trial begins. Okay. Lasting impression says, oh, Shy, I so wish I was there. Yeah, I wish I was there, but I'm going to be in Chicago for the Illinois trial. I promise y'all. Hey, wifey says hello, Whitney D and chat. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Nia X and hey, peeps. Hey, gorgeous. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and keep getting caught up. I'm going to be giving you continuous updates in regards to what's going on in the courtroom between the New York Times and other outlets. I am giving you guys continuous coverage in regards to it. The last update was 18 minutes ago when the trial first started. So it started a little late. It did not start at the designated time of 10:30. It started 30 minutes. We have another update, you guys. I have another update. Let me see. Okay, no. Okay, yeah, no. I already read that update. Okay, when I refreshed it, it showed the same thing. All right, so we're gonna go back to me letting you guys hear the series that I started. Let me see. Tanya says Court TV talking about it. Yeah, I'm on Court TV right now, Love Bug. I don't see anything about it right now. Let me see. Let me pull it up. I have Court TV up. I have there you go. You're right. Let me pull it up. Thank you, baby. Let me go ahead and share my screen because I already had it up, y'all. Let's see what Court TV is talking about.
That there are very strong cases against him.
Kelly's defense tried to delay the New York sentencing until after the still pending
federal
trial in Illinois. They say this would adequately protect Mr. Kelly's constitutional rights in this case without compromising his Fifth Amendment rights in the future case. That request came from Kelly's newest attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, who's handling his appeal. She notably was also part of the legal team that successfully appealed.
He is extremely happy to be home. He looks forward to reuniting with his wife and his children.
Federal prosecutors want the judge to hand down in excess of 25 years as punishment to deter Kelly from further victimizing others, while Kelly's defense asked for the minimum sentence of 10 years.
I really hope that this helps those survivors and their families
Kenyatta Barnes, the co-founder
I think I
of
just
the
played this, you guys,
2017
but it's okay.
hashtag Mute R.KELLY movement, calls this moment surreal.
We knew that this was not going to be a flash in the pan protest. We knew that this was going to be something that would forever change the conversation.
Good morning, Bless.
To create a
10:45.
seismic shift in how we think about, talk about, and consume the art of Robert Sylvester Kelly.
And again, still on the docket for Kelly is that federal Illinois trial that's slated to begin on August 1st.
Good morning, Purple Purple.
Reporting in New York City, Julia Janae with Court TV.
Yeah, and the sentencing actually started at 10:30. It's underway right now. Julia Janae is inside the courthouse. She's going to bring you a live report as soon as there are any updates. Now, in Missouri, the trial of DeJuan Ferguson, who's the man accused of killing his own special needs son, it's resuming with testimony from the victim.
All right, you guys. So you guys heard that. Okay. It's underway, like I just told you guys. So I'm keeping y'all abreast over here. I may not be in the courtroom or whatever, but we are knowing what's going on. We already know what R. Kelly is wearing. Those that are just coming in, I just told you guys what R. Kelly is wearing. It has begun. He said good morning to the judge, so he actually got to speak a little bit. It says that he has on black eyeglasses and a khaki shirt, and he appears to be taking notes. And Judge Donnelly already kind of told both parties what the guidelines are in regards to sentencing. Okay. All right. So I see some of you guys are already putting in your sentencing thoughts. House of Princess says 10 years, do 5, already served 2.5. Right. Child. They playing. I know they gotta be playing. They got to be playing. Okay. Hey, Aaron says, hey, Witness Nation. Lasting impression says, oh, okay. She's saying hi. Akina says, Whitney D, we love you here from Uganda. Oh my gosh. Don't get me all emotional. Y'all hear that? Your girl is streaming live in Uganda. Hi, everybody out there in Uganda. Akina, I love you so very much. And thank you guys for your support. You beautiful people. Oh my gosh, thank y'all so much. Nia X says 20 years. Okay, so put y'all numbers out in the chat, and we're gonna see when everything is said. Okay. Melissa says, I don't think that's enough time. It's not at all. But anytime is time to me. But y'all gotta understand, they're gonna lowball it. All right, they're gonna lowball it, but no, baby, that's not gonna happen. It's not. Yeah, put your there go. I see y'all numbers. Put your guesses in. Come on, put them up. Y'all gotta understand. Each one of his convictions carry a minimum sentence of 10 years. So y'all do the math. He got convicted of 9. Okay, so y'all kind of lowballing it. Y'all gotta understand the prosecution did low because the judge. Okay, the judge is going to be the one that's going to put the extra time on there. Okay, y'all remember that. All right, so take that in consideration. But I see y'all putting y'all numbers in the chat. Let me see. Lasting impression says, go with you are international. Stop. Y'all know I get a little big head or whatever. Stop it. Thank you. Wifey says life. I wish, child. I wish. Queen Key says 20. Marcus says 50 years. Lasting says 25. House of Princess says 30. Latrice says 25 to life. Lisa says maximum sentence, which y'all know maximum sentence is life. Yeah. Nia says the defense will lowball it, but the judge decides. Thank you. See, y'all better stop sleeping on your girl, okay? I'm not a lawyer or whatever the case may be, but I'll be reading y'all these daggone documents, all right? And the thing is, what y'all got to understand is that everybody's gonna lowball it. That's how you negotiate, right? So already prosecution said 25, all right? Defense said they little raggedy little 10. That's not gonna happen. Okay, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, the judge is going to ultimately decide. Kat says 35. Queen Keish says, wow, then 45. Yeah, y'all going low. It's cute, but y'all going low. Laura says 27 years watching from England. Hey, see, you know what? Y'all gonna make me get big headed, okay? I'll be like internationally known Whitney D TV in the building. House of Princess says he's already 50, so it's the rest of his life. It pretty much is. Nia gave some clapping emojis. Laston says, throw the book at him and make him read it. Girl, we're going to be all day waiting on him to read. Okay? Wifey says he is done up already. All tready. Okay? Queen Keish says, heck, he still got Chicago trial. So it be life. It really is, you know. Aaron says 1 plus infinity. Hey, G, miss you so much. She says, I'm thinking 25. Okay, so you lowballing it. Okay, that's fine. All right, you guys, I'm going to keep you guys abreast and update you guys as to what is transpiring. No updates yet with the New York Times. And y'all know, for those that aren't aware, I actually did a interview with the New York Times. I have an article out there with the New York Times. Y'all gonna have to go check it out. I actually did the video on it. They actually got information from me for covering this R. Kelly trial, and so I'm actually on their channel right now, on their website, and the same dude, y'all, that interviewed me is actually at the courthouse now. So he is keeping us abreast and letting us know what is going on. Akina says they should have given him a soft sentence. They should give him a soft sentence. G says, what up, Wit? What up? Nia says 30 years sounds even better since he abused for 30 years. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. I will be okay with that. I will be okay with that. Absolutely, I will be okay with that. All right, y'all. I am going to swing it on over to my series. Those that aren't familiar, I have been covering this trial since day one. And so I put together this series, Evidence Over Emotion, The Road to Sentencing for R. Kelly, like last year when everything first started. And so I'm just trying to get everybody caught up and abreast as to what has been transpiring in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it back over. We were actually starting this video. So I'm going to stop the live stream from Court TV because they're not covering it no more right now. And then I'm going to share my screen. You guys keep it here. Like, seriously, however long it takes for us to hear something back and forth, this sentencing, we will be here, okay? And I will continue to give you guys continuous coverage here, okay? All right.
The RICO statute generally is used kind of as a net to get someone that you can't necessarily peg them with 1 or 2 or 3 specific things, but you can put them in an enterprise in a group with others. Notice that this indictment talks about, the charge talks about members of the enterprise. Many times prosecutors will use RICO to pull other people into the web. Now, sometimes that's just because you want those people to be held accountable, but you also want to put pressure on the other members in the corrupt organization. And that broad net allows you to get witnesses who are more likely to turn on R. Kelly if they are under some kind of RICO indictment. I do think that prior counsel's observation that it's a little awkward to do it here because he's not the kind of gangster figure or drug lord or something of that sort where these kinds of charges have been usually hurled at those kinds of figures. But I can see it fitting. Federal court is a very bizarre place, starting with jury selection. When you start picking a trial, picking a jury for a celebrity where the lawyers don't get to participate in the questioning, it's a very different experience than what you had in state court.
Wednesday, August 18th, the jury was sworn in. A newly sworn in jury hears opening statements in the case against R. Kelly in a Brooklyn District Court.
Hey,
The jury consists of 12 jurors and 6
welcome.
On the main panel, there are 7 men, 5 women. The court has not released racial demographics on the jury at this time.
We're going to hear from bodyguards. We're going to hear from people who have driven him, people who have been managing him, his associates, his affiliates, because what's on the table is that he's this mastermind of a racketeering enterprise where what he did was he basically used his music in order to get young women to come into his realm and then make them his sex slaves and do things that were against their will. So for the prosecution, what we have is just decades of information, decades of receipts. Let's remember, in order to even get here in the first place, you needed the receipts, you needed information, you needed evidence to say this is strong enough to go to trial. R. Kelly has been to trial 2 times before, and he's gotten off in both instances. Here, they're saying, the feds are saying, we've got what we need to actually make this stick. So they have the receipts from 30 years, all the way from 1994 to Aaliyah, to just a couple of years ago before he was put in jail. When it comes to R. Kelly's defense, we are going to have a lot of people's credibility being poked. These defense attorneys are going to poke holes in the credibility of these victims, of these survivors that we saw. And they're going to say, listen, this happened a long time ago. And in fact, 5 years ago, you were saying that you loved R. Kelly, that you were in a relationship with him with another woman. Now you've changed your mind. And so the goal is to make these people look like a liar. Because the threshold here is beyond a reasonable doubt, right? Beyond a reasonable doubt, we have to prove that all of this is true.
All right. Well, shoot, sentencing is here. Okay. The countdown has concluded. The sentencing is here. Now, I want to say again, shout out to Moonlight, who is tuning in from freaking Iran, y'all. Like, y'all, your girl is international. Okay. All right. We got, come on. Okay. Uganda. I mean, like, what are we what are we talking about? Okay. Your girl been gone for darn near a month, and come back doing numbers or whatever. Okay, now I'm not gonna be that arrogant. I know y'all just trying to get the juice with the freaking sentencing. It ain't me. Anyways, y'all, but I did see Moonlight ask this question: are there enough evidence? Well, what you got to understand is, hey, good morning, baby. What y'all got to understand is that this is not it. This is sentencing, baby. All that evidence and stuff, it did what it needed to do to get him convicted. That's not what we're looking or tuning into right now when it comes to sentencing. Sentencing right now is for to see about this time. How long he gonna be up in them bars? Okay, there was a substantial amount of evidence when it came. I mean, his own lawyer said it was voluminous. Okay, all right. His own lawyer said that the evidence was voluminous. All right. So yes, it was an overwhelming amount of evidence pertaining to this particular case. Okay. So yes, y'all, here go my little channel or whatever. All I'm doing is just scrolling down. You guys can visit the channel and actually get yourself caught up. I have more content pertaining to just different stuff, not just R. Kelly. So if y'all are just interested in any of this, you guys head on over to WhitneyD TV. But in the meantime, in between time, I am trying to find the next video because we're just waiting on different updates pertaining to this trial. Like I said, I got Mama K, who I refer her to, which is Miss Kelly Rogers, the mother of Faith Rogers. They are there. And I reached out to her to see had it started yet. And she has not responded. So I mean, we already know that it started though, but not for nothing. We're gonna go ahead and let me see. Go ahead and go into this. Let me see. Go into this next one. This is the opening statements transcript, okay, in regards to the trial. Okay, so I'm gonna share this screen. Let me skip this. Let me share this screen with y'all. Any updates, you guys, I will let y'all know, okay? But we're just getting caught up. I know, right? Ugh. If y'all see any channels doing any coverage, let me know. I have everything up. CNN, Court TV, NBC. Like I said, I'm reading articles as they come in from the New York Times. So if y'all see anything, y'all let me know. But we're just getting ourselves caught up. I'm reading transcripts here on this particular video, and then we'll be going in and out from the little series clips that I created for the Road to Sentencing with R. Kelly, okay? But I'm here and I'm just pinging in and out, looking at all the different coverage, okay? And getting text messages to the people that I know that are in the courtroom, okay? Now, if Diva Divine comes on and she, talks, let me know, because I will, respect her time and, head on over there, because I know she's in there.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I miss y'all so much. Share this video. We just grooving. It's a little fuzzy, okay? I do apologize. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Good evening, you guys. Like I said, happy Tuesday to everybody, okay? So what up, what up? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. I like that too. This is my Cashapp information.
Unlock your full creative potential. Go to fxhome.com now and download the only video editing
book. Okay, these are transcripts, but it applies the same. I am not a professional reader of the transcripts. I'm choosing to do this so you guys can be informed, okay? However, I will have it on the screen, so if I get too extra, my voice irritates you, or whatever the case may be, you're more than welcome to mute me and you can read on your own time. However, I'm here to read so you guys want to, so you can just pop me on your TV, pop me on your phone, finish cleaning, girl, get dinner together, get them kids in bed, okay? And listen to me while I read these transcripts, okay? Nonetheless, this is the series that I wanted to start because we are fastly approaching, let me see, we are fastly approaching the sentencing of R. Kelly. For those who are not privy to, I don't know where you've been seeing, but
all right, you guys, I have another update, okay? I have another update just in Brooklyn Federal Court, where R. Kelly is being sentenced. There are 2 additional courtrooms where reporters and public can view the proceedings, okay? It says the security line to enter those courtrooms stretch down the hall of the 4th floor of the courthouse before the hearing, y'all. People in the long queue waited anxiously, hoping that there would still be seats available by the time they were cleared to enter. These overflow courtrooms are now nearly full. So this was an update just 20 minutes ago. Okay, I'm going to reread that again, just for those that are getting in. Okay. In Brooklyn Federal Court, this was updated 21 minutes ago on the New York Times. In Brooklyn Federal Court, where R. Kelly is being sentenced, there are 2 additional courtrooms where reporters and public can view the proceedings. So I will hope that Diva Divine was able to get in the overflow, at least, because I mean, I know she was there at the very beginning. And they're allowing the public to actually view the proceedings in the overflow room. It goes on to say the security line to enter those courtrooms stretched down the hall of the 4th floor of the courthouse before the hearing, y'all. Yikes, that's a long line. People in the long queue waited anxiously, hoping that there would still be seats available by the time they were cleared to enter. These overflow courtrooms are now nearly full. Wow. Okay, just in, you guys. Another update 3 minutes ago. As the hearing proceeds, R. Kelly is sitting between his attorneys while Don Lee reads through the sentencing guidelines and discusses disputes between prosecutors and the defense team. He sits with his elbows on the table, slightly hunched and head trained down. From time to time, he looks up at the judge. Wow, you guys, you're hearing it first, okay? It's not on every news, Queen. It's not. Queen Keish. I got everyone up. I got CNN up. They're reporting the missing son murder trial. Not CNN, that's Court TV. CNN is reporting 2 charged after 51 migrants found dead in Texas. And then NBC is reporting about monkeypox. So nobody is reporting about it yet. If you know somebody in particular, please shoot me the link. But nobody's on it right now. Nobody's on it. Let me see what you guys saying, and then we're going to get back to me reading these transcripts. Moonlight says, I really wish I was there. Me too, love. I promise y'all, I'm going to be there in Chicago. I promise y'all. It's so exciting. It is. It is. Monica says, I don't want anyone to go to jail, but I do have expectations in some cases. I do. Shoot, I want everybody involved to serve their time. It's the consequence of their actions. Queen Key says, so it's all on news channels. I didn't see any. Petty says, I hope Diva got in. I do too, especially with them talking about how long the line is. But she was there early this morning. So hopefully she was able to at least get in the line to be able to, get cleared for security. But I did see that she was in the line. I did see that. Monica says 20 years is all his life. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, well, he spent all his life being a monster. So Queen Key says, I hope he apologizes today to the victims. Y'all, if he does, that would be so dope. It ain't gonna change my view about him, but that would be so freaking dope if he did, because all this time he's been being a butthole and he hasn't been saying anything in regards to it. So that would be dope. But I'm gonna turn it back over to this this series that I started where I was giving you guys updates in regards to this trial, and I was reading the transcripts. But as updates come in, you guys, I will let you guys know. I promise you, okay? All right, so stay tuned here. He has been convicted of all 9 counts, as we were made aware. He's 77 days as of today away from his sentencing in New York. Okay. As of right now, all of his original counsel is gone. Only person that he has on payroll right now, I think that he can afford, is Jean. Okay, Jennifer Jean, the same lady that was in connection with Cosby. 2 different situations, but I digress. We're gonna see how this plays out. I am in the process of talking to a defense attorney. He's busy defending people, so I'm going to get him on. And many of you guys may have seen him already. His name is Jamal. I think he is so dope. But anyways, we're going to have a few little questionnaires with him. Okay, like Katie said, Fair Use Act. Okay, which you can also find this in.
Unlock your full creative potential. Go to fxhome.com now and download the only video
in my description. Okay, this material is protected by fair use clause.
of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowing the rebroadcast of copywritten materials for the purpose of commentary, entertainment, and education. Know that none of this.
All right, y'all know I'm looking at y'all comments. Moonlight says, you know, before I watched Surviving R.Kelly, I was obsessed with his music, but now it's so crazy. I hope that all the victims are doing well right now. Wow, you know what? I appreciate that comment. I was the same way, love. Okay? And everybody know, if say it with me now. TP2.com. What's your girl favorite album by way of R. Kelly? Hands down, mind you, I saw the video of RL in it. Okay. I saw it. I saw her, in her little 14-year-old stature. I saw her. I saw it. Okay. I was one of the ones who actually got the VHS. It was passing around through the streets of Dallas, Texas, and I got a hold to it, and I saw it for my own eyes, and I was like disgusted, and I was just mortified because I was like, dang, she looked like me. I was in high school around that time when I saw her. We was around the same age. Her body looked like my body. Okay, so it was just sad to see. But yeah, and I still hit it hard I was still jamming. Okay, R. Kelly, even thereafter, Aaliyah, all of that. So I get it. But it comes to a point in time when you realize everybody ain't lying on you. Everybody is not lying on you. So that's where I'm at with that. And justice for the victims, the true legitimate victims, not people that just kind of got themselves in this situation. But true victims, I stand for you. And yes, from what I heard, a majority of them are doing well. They're living life. And people are being held accountable. And I told y'all this last year, all these YouTubers that were out here running their mouth, out here acting a fool, you're meeting your maker. And it's going to continue to go down the rabbit hole. And you're going to continuously see a lot of these YouTubers going to have to meet their maker for the stuff that they put out there. And y'all are seeing it happen. House of Princess says he's not apologizing. It would be dope if he did. But yeah, I doubt it too. Let's continue, y'all.
It's a reflection of myself and my opinions, okay? I'm just reading what the transcripts say, okay? Oh, I'm tripping. I gotta pay bills, okay? First and foremost, shout out to Shay Michelle Cosmetics for the beat, as you guys always know, as well as Shazazz Creations. These asses, child. As well as Shazazz Creations, okay? They are the brands that I represent. You can find both of their links in the description box down below. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this, all right? Okay. So, hey, Ernestine, my beautiful Ernestine, I love you. You like that music? Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let me go ahead and put this up so everybody is fully aware as to what we are reading. This is day one, but this is the defense's opening statements. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, we're ready to proceed with opening statements. Does the defense wish to give an opening? Ms. Becker, yes, Judge. Thank you. The court. Go ahead.
West Coast Bells in the building. Hey.
Ms. Becker, thank you. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We don't learn in a law school how to put these microphones on. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The jury collectively. Good morning. Ms. Becker. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Attorney Nicole Blank Becker, and I am one of the 4 attorneys who are here today defending our client. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to who is sitting at the table. We've got Attorney Tom Farnella, who, ladies and gentlemen, has been working as an attorney for over 20 years here in New York, federally and statewide. Additionally, we have DeVarks. You see it. Canick, a long veteran of both state and federal court, who started as a
all right, we got an update, you guys. Let me pause this. We have another update. Okay, let me come fully to the screen. We have another update. Thank you, Moonlight. Okay, so we have a few updates. Okay, one in particular. Let me go ahead and read this. Okay, this particular update, you guys, is coming from, this was 10 minutes ago, and this is about my boy Troy from the New York Times, who actually did my interview with him. Okay, he says 4 key moments from R. Kelly's New York trial. You know what? No, that's the New York trial. Okay, so this is an update from him as well. And this is 5 minutes ago, you guys. Just reported 5 minutes ago. Judge Ann Donnelly just called a 10-minute break. And afterward, women are expected to begin delivering victim impact statements. Ooh. The lawyer, Gloria Allred, has been sitting in the main courtroom alongside several of them who were quiet during the first stage of the sentencing. Whoa, you guys, you're hearing it here first and exclusive. Thank you, Moonlight. So again, let me read that again. They're in a 10-minute break, all right? And afterwards, the women are expected to begin delivering. And y'all, that's very significant that he said the women. Could it be men that are going to give their impact statement? Why put that in there? Why not say victims? But anyways, I concur. Okay. But yes, he says Judge Ann Donnelly just called a 10-minute break. And afterwards, women are expected to begin delivering victim impact statements. The lawyer, Gloria Allred, has been sitting in the main courtroom alongside several of them who were quiet during the first stage of the sentencing. And that was reported 6 minutes ago. So, here go another update. Oh, wait, no. Oh, okay, yeah, no. That's not, okay. I thought that was an update. All right, that's not an update. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute, let me see. Okay, so they're just keeping everybody abreast to the trial. But courtroom updates, that's the main one. That's the most recent one that was 7 minutes ago, okay? All right, you guys. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me continue with the opening statements of the transcripts, okay? I will be coming back and forth with you guys with updates from the courtroom. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's interesting to know. Hey, Leslie, Honey Bunches of Oats, welcome. The court. I'm so sorry. Can I see the lawyers at the side, please? Sidebar: conference held on the record in the presence of the court and counsel out of the hearing of the jury, the judge. So you can't make those kind of remarks in an opening statement. You're supposed to talk about what you expect the evidence to prove and not talking about everybody's backgrounds as lawyers. It's just not appropriate. But you can certainly talk about what you think the evidence is going to prove. But let's not have any more bios. Okay? Miss Becker. Okay. You remember when the prosecutor did her opening? She described what she does and who she is. The judge, no, she did not. She said she was an assistant United States attorney. You've already said you're a lawyer, but we don't do resumes in an opening statement. So what I would like for you to do, I don't like to interrupt lawyers during opening statements, but that's just inappropriate. That's improper. So let's go ahead. Yeah. Judge Donnelly, it was not playing, baby. She was like, let's not, we don't care what you do as a side hustle. Keep it going. That's what I'm talking about, Judge. That's what I'm talking about. Keep her on her toes, Judge. Keep her on her toes. Okay, continues. Oh, hell. Sorry, y'all. Is this thing tripping again? Oh, yeah, my bad, y'all. I don't even have my port plugged up. Yeah, I know you lying. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to refresh again. Oh, yes.
Ms. Becker, thank you. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to leave out Calvin Scholar, who is with us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I suggest to you that the fundamental reason that we are all here today is because the government wants you to believe that our client, an internationally known singer, someone that they want you to believe is the leader of some large enterprise, similar to John Gotti, the head of a mob family. Ladies and gentlemen, by charging Mr. Kelly, an internationally known singer, as the leader of an enterprise, the evidence will show that this is uncharted territory. You're not going to hear any evidence of anybody who comes in here and tells you about their experience with these kinds of charges. No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask that throughout this trial, my team is going to ask that you listen carefully to how the government puts on their case. Now, in an attempt to paint Mr. Kelly, our client, who sits at the defense table, out to be some singing boss, it will be clear that the government will not be able to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. And here's why. What the government wants you to believe, and stood up here and will ask questions about throughout this trial. The government is going to tell you that Mr. Kelly himself is being charged with what is known as a RICO statute. Now, RICO, ladies and gentlemen, a statute that is and was used and founded for organized crime. That the government is also charging Mr. Kelly with something that you will learn is called the Mann Act. Again, 110-year-old charge. Objection. Ms. Gideus, the judge, sustain. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to explain to you and break it down what the defense believes the evidence is going to show and how, and I'm going to break it down by who, so that 1 + 1 = 2. Make it that easy for you because I know and our team knows that words like enterprise, trafficking, transportation over state lines, those sound like some pretty serious charges, okay? Now, let me show you how the government's going to have a difficulty proving their case. Ladies and gentlemen, the evidence is going to show that the government wants you to think that Mr. Kelly single-handedly directed a very elaborate scheme, a scheme that was all hidden behind R.KELLY, the singer. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole purpose, they will tell you, of promoting Mr. Kelly's music for years and years and years was designed to recruit women and girls, fly them from state to state, country to country, all for one purpose, so he could have illegal sexual activities with them. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see for yourselves, not just me standing before you and telling you that the idea, the notion that individuals are going to get on the stand and they are going to tell you enough concrete evidence that Mr. Kelly is part of this huge conglomerate. I suggest to you, it's not going to happen. No, ladies and gentlemen, we believe that you are going to hear about several gaps in the government's case. Yes, specifically, part of what they have to prove to you is that there was a continuous ongoing enterprise. Ladies and gentlemen, I suggest to you that you are not going to hear from the one person on that witness stand who is going to say, I've been with Mr. Kelly for 30 years, almost as long as he's been singing. Why is that important? Well, ladies and gentlemen, why do I care to stand here and tell you about that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's part of what they must prove to you beyond a reasonable doubt. a continuous and ongoing enterprise. Additionally, ladies and gentlemen, you are also going to hear this case starts with allegations from 1993. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear from that witness stand that Mr. Kelly, although he had begun singing in the early 90s, he stopped his career. He actually played professional basketball, and you'll hear individuals on the stand tell you that from 1995 to 1997, 1997 to 1999, he wasn't singing at all. He wasn't allowed to sing when he was doing his professional basketball. And why is that important? Again, must be ongoing, continuous. Can't have something happening here in the 90s. Let's wait 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and call it an enterprise. No, that's not what the law will tell you. Okay, those are details, ladies and gentlemen, that you must pay attention to. The details in this case we anticipate are going to make you think to yourself, is there something else? Did I miss something? But ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe this element, this part that we are talking about right now, the fact that there was some ongoing and continuing enterprise, then ladies and gentlemen, you have to be the ones to stand up, raise your hand in that jury room and say, I didn't hear that. No, or I'm following the law. The law doesn't say that. The evidence that you're going to hear throughout this trial, we believe, will make it nearly impossible for the government to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. Hey, baby. We believe that the witnesses that take the stand, they will not hold up to scrutiny. No.
All right, you guys, we have a little more coverage from the court TV. Oh, wait, no. Okay, no, they jumped in it a little bit and then they went out of it. I'm told y'all I am watching this stuff like a hawk. Okay, I'm watching my text messages and everything to see if anybody from in the courtroom is going to get at me. Nothing so far, you guys. So I'm keeping you guys updated. What you guys are hearing right now is the opening statement from the defense side in regards to the trial, okay? But I'm keeping you guys abreast and updated as it comes in.
In fact, we believe their testimony will crumble when it comes to cross-examination. Yeah, we suggest that there will be so many untruths told to you, ladies and gentlemen, that even the government won't be able to untangle the mass of lies. Yeah, remember, ladies and gentlemen, that each witness who comes into this courtroom and who takes the stand swears to tell the truth. Now, you, ladies and gentlemen, ultimately get to be the only ones determining if you believe that they are actually telling the truth.
Okay, we do have some updates on CNN. I am going to share that screen at this time. We have an update on CNN. I'm going to share that screen. I told y'all I'm not playing with y'all. I got everything up for y'all. Let's go.
Or less is all that he deserves, citing in newly unsealed court documents graphic details of Kelly's own childhood abuse that his attorneys hope will convince the judge to give him a more lenient sentence. We're standing by to hear more about that. But also there's news from the Supreme Court today. Supreme Court has reinstated a Republican-drawn congressional map in Louisiana that a federal judge struck down for violating.
Okay. I guess that's it. And I'm like, oh, there's an update. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, so that was it with that update, child. I guess they just waiting on it like we are. Okay, but no more updates as of right now. Court TV is covering breaking news with the missing son murder. That trial is underway, so they're covering that. NBC is what is it? Black TV showrunners, they're not covering it clearly. And those are only 3 networks that I got. I think I got rid of ABC because they weren't covering it at all. So that's it, you guys, in regards to CNN. Y'all see what they're covering. But again, keep your channels locked here. I will most definitely be providing coverage as it comes in, and I am bouncing to each and every network, so you guys don't have to. Okay. All right, we're going to continue hearing the defense's opening statements, the transcript. All right.
Believe everything or even just part of what a witness says. You have the ability, and the law and your honor will tell you. You as jurors have that power to decide who you believe, what you believe, and how much you want to believe. As sworn jurors on this case, you have one of the most awesome responsibilities. Yeah, and when you listen to both the direct, which is when the government asks questions, and the cross-examination by the defense, you will wonder, where is the proof? Yeah, where is the proof beyond a reasonable doubt? Yeah, now the government, we anticipate, okay, parade witness after witness after witness to that witness stand. They will attempt, we believe, they will attempt to put a square peg into a round hole. Ladies and gentlemen, as they do that, you will use your common sense, and it will be obvious that that's what's happening. You will ultimately come up with one conclusion as you watch witness after witness come forward on untruths after untruths, after a little bit of truth and more untruth. That if the government isn't able to fit all of their witnesses into this round hole, it will be obvious that these charges are overreaching. I mean, while the government will showcase basically every witness as they come up, you'll get to hear them for yourselves. Yeah, don't assume that everybody is telling the truth. I know that sounds like something that is obvious, but ladies and gentlemen, remember, when people talk, when people testify, you don't leave your common sense at the door. No, ladies and gentlemen, you come into court, into a courtroom, and you swear to tell the truth. And I hope that you hold them to that. Now, no matter how many witnesses the government may call, and I suggest, and we anticipate it may be a number, a lot. Just because someone has 5, 15, 20 witnesses, that takes the stand. The law is actually, and the court will tell you that you don't judge guilt or innocence based on the number of people that take the stand. You bet.
I just wanted to come in real quick, you guys. As we near the 2-hour mark, what I'm going to do is, if we don't get any traction in regards to any updates, I'm going to have us take like a break, probably like an hour or so break, and then we come back here and maybe, things to be rocking and rolling and moving. I am not, unfortunately, in the courtroom, but I do have victims that I'm in communication with that I know for a fact that are there. We also heard about Diva Divine being in the trying to get inside, and they are allowing overflow rooms, if you will, for people to be able to see the proceedings in the courtroom. So I am going to come back in about an hour or so once we hit the 2-hour mark. So this video won't be so long. And hopefully, again, we'll have some traction and we'll hear more updates, okay? But we have 5 more minutes of this footage, and I will see you guys soon, okay? Base it on the number of people, the testimony that you believe. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we suggest that you are going to hear a number of half-truths, exaggerated testimony. And we also suggest that the witnesses that you're going to hear from have an agenda. Yeah, an agenda, ladies and gentlemen. I don't just pick that out of the air. You're going to hear that some of the witnesses, they wrote a book. A number of them wrote books. Yeah, you're going to hear some of the witnesses would get cash from Mr. Kelly to pay their family bills or issues that were going on with them at home. Yeah, you're going to hear some of the witnesses went on elaborate shopping sprees. And some enjoyed the notary of being able to tell their friends that they are with a superstar. Yeah, frankly, ladies and gentlemen, what we believe the evidence is going to show is that these women, these witnesses who take the stand, he didn't recruit them. Ladies and gentlemen, you will hear that they were fans, that they came to Mr. R. Kelly, okay? Now, did he pay for an airplane ticket? Yeah, he did. Would he pay for a hotel or an Uber? Yeah, okay, he did. But ladies and gentlemen, does that mean that he was running some monumental enterprise? No. You won't see that or hear that when the judge tells you about the law. All right, you guys, we are going to wrap it there. And we're going to come back with exclusive updates as they come in. And I am, like I stated, in correspondence with Mama K, who I call, but Miss Kelly Rogers, who is there with Faith, amongst other victims that are there that I'm in communications with, but they can't talk clearly. Those that are coming in, what we heard is R.KELLY has on a khaki shirt. All right. He's wearing black glasses. He spoke a little bit this morning by saying good morning to the judge. He has been sitting at his table with his attorneys, elbows on the table, head in his hands, kind of looking down, not really looking up too much at anybody, but more so looking at the judge as he looks. Okay. The judge took a 10-minute break, only for them to come back for us to hear from the victims and to hear what is it called? Like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Hold on, let me find it. Victim impact statements. My bad. So they took a 10-minute break, and when they come back, we're supposed to hear from a few of the women and their victim impact statements. Okay, Gloria Allred is there, which I know that she represents Faith, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure who else she represented in this trial. However, that is what we know thus far. Nothing else has transpired. No one else is talking about it. I'm literally looking at every news outlet from CNN. If you guys want to know an update, they're currently looking at the NATO situation. It's politics that are up. Court TV right now is still covering the missing son murder trial. And NBC is covering the migrants that were found in the abandoned truck. So they're covering that. And then ABC is covering the attack on the Capitol. And that's really it as of right now. No update on the New York Times as well. So I don't want to just have us just, twiddling our thumbs here. and waiting on it as it comes in. Tanya says he's being sentenced for that video when he violated that baby. Not sure how true the other witnesses were, but that tape will set him down. What the only thing is, Tanya, and I'm gonna need you to get caught up, baby girl. I actually covered the whole trial extensively, love. We had transcripts from the trial, and it was more than just that video with Rashonda Lynn, with Rashonda. It was a countless amount of other videos. He had these young ladies planting their feces and their urine, eating it, smearing it on their faces. He was beating them with shoes. We have an audio where we hear him getting mad at one of them for allegedly stealing a watch from him. So no, the rabbit holes go deeper, and if you guys aren't aware of it, that's what I'm trying to get you guys caught up with these videos. But you can do the due diligence of heading on over to my channel. I literally made a playlist. Okay, I literally made a playlist of all the transcripts that I read, all the updates and things to that nature pertaining to the trial and his appeal. But I will be back with you guys. I'm gonna give it a good hour. I want updates to build up so I can bring you guys more update, not by the minute and we just sitting here, you know, waiting to hear something. So I am going to be steady looking at the coverage of all these different networks and channels. Nobody is inside the courtroom. Do not get it misconstrued. They did not allow it, okay? But I will keep you guys abreast as to updates as they come in. I say take a break, go get you guys something to eat, do your daily activities, and meet me back here. It's 11:16 here in Texas. I say I'll come back probably about noon 30, 1 o'clock. I will set a pre-schedule so you guys can set your reminders to come back here. Any updates as they came in, I will discuss them now. However, if breaking news come in and we have a sentencing verdict, I will come in and let you guys know about that. Before I go, Yvette says, praying he gets life. House of Princess says, I want to read the transcript before the next trial to bring people up to speed. Yes, I have that. You're talking about the Illinois indictment. I have that, and I am going to be reading that over here as well. So if you want to link up and we double team it, House of Princess, by all means, let's do it. I need to get in connections with you anyway. That's something I want to do because you're going to be my eyes and ears on the ground of Chicago. I plan on traveling in up there. So maybe we can ping pong the transcripts and do like some kind of series where we read the transcripts and people can know to come between me and you to read Chicago, Illinois' transcripts. Okay. I'm gonna be in your DM, sis. But yeah, I can actually send you the Chicago indictment if you want that. I already got that. Tanya says, wow, yeah, after that, I couldn't stand to hear anymore. Thanks for the update. Absolutely. All right, you guys, I'm going to see you guys here soon in the next hour or so. I love y'all so very much, but most of all, God loves you. You guys stay encouraged. You got to understand before we leave, I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, don't feel pitiful for him. You got to think about it. This man been doing this for over 30 years. Did he feel pitiful for any of the victims that he did this to? No, he didn't. He felt like he was unstoppable. You got to understand in life, you guys, you're not getting away with anything. Anything. You're merely getting by. All right. That's it. You're not getting away with nothing. And you got to understand it. I don't care what you believe, but this is what the word of God says. Okay. You got to abide by the law of the lands. But you also got to know that God's law is going to forever trump the law of the land. So even if he doesn't get what he is owed here in the world, he's going to have to meet his maker and he will be held accountable. Okay. So I don't care if nobody believes any of these victims. Everybody was not lying on this man. All right. All right, you guys. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in to another installation of Evidence Over Emotions, the road to sentencing for R. Kelly. I will be back soon.
Whitney. Keep it cute, but get the boot.